The new Netflix film tells the story of Hunter and Kevin who devote themselves to metal. They want to win the battle of the bands and be worshipped like gods. I watched the new film Metal Lords. Should you? Let's find out. How's it going, movie watchers? Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Netflix film Metal Lords. Question of the video: if you listen to metal, who is your favorite band? Let me know in the comment section down below. Metal Lords I found to be quite surprising, and I actually really liked this film. I found myself actually really enjoying the metal music within here, but what makes this film work so well is the relationships that develop throughout the film. We have Jaeden Martell in the film, who you may know from the It films. He plays one of the younger members of the Loser Club. He plays the drummer within the film. He practices a lot in the film and is pretty good at drumming within the film. We have Adrian Greensmith, who plays the guitar in the film, and he's all about metal, wants to win the battle of the bands. And while the relationship is forming and they are practicing for battle of the bands, Caden, played by Jaeden Martell, is forming this relationship. He starts to date Isis Hainsworth in the film. She plays Emily, and she gets angry quite easily within the film. We see some outbursts from her, and she's easily misunderstood. The highlight of the film for me is that relationship between Kevin and Emily. It is very sweet, and they spend a lot of time together, and they are very caring for each other. They honestly feel like a perfect match within this film, and they spend so much time getting to know each other. She plays the cello, and they are also kind of trying to recruit her for their band as well. But Emily and Hunter hate each other, so there's some conflict growing within this film. I really enjoyed the relationships that did develop. You honestly felt that Kevin and Hunter were really good friends. They loved the music, and Emily and Kevin had a solid relationship within here. And so it made a lot of the relationships just feel very genuine within the film, and you just love seeing everybody together. I wish, though, there was a lot more of the band practicing, because we did get a lot of Kevin in a room at school drumming out to some classic songs, and him really practicing becoming a great drummer. And then we had Kevin, who was shredding on the guitar quite often, but you hardly ever saw them together practicing. And they were getting ready for Battle of the Bands. And the movie's just more than them perfecting the art of metal. It's much more, I guess, of the relationships and day-to-day high school life. Since there is hardly moments of them practicing the music together, that focus on the relationships makes the film feel genuine and just really easy to watch. But when they are practicing metal and performing at the Battle of the Bands, it is great. The song is awesome at the end of the film. Since they've hardly practiced together and they did it more independently, I was surprised with how good they worked together at the end of the. When you have a movie where the two friends are just really great friends, you're going to have a moment probably coming towards the end where they're going to argue. Then they're going to rock out at the Battle of the Bands. They argue quite often in the film, about like 40 minutes into the film, and they really exhaust that route pretty quickly. We knew it was going to come. You knew they were going to argue with each other and then make up at the end of the film. But they argue quite often about girls, about Emily, about the band's name, about who was the founder of the band. Just a lot of things in the film that they argue about, and it kind of gets old. And we knew that they were going to argue, but like, let's do this at the end of the film to make it more impactful, not so much within it, not so much of it within the middle half of the film. So a little bit repetitive when it comes to how much they do argue within the film. But Metal Lords I did find to be quite surprising. I like those relationships that developed in here. The music is great. It's funny at times. Everybody's just really good at the drums or the guitars. Whatever it is, they're great in here. And music's awesome too. I don't listen to metal at all. I listen to rap nonstop. but I will admit the music in here was very catchy and I really did like it. So going into Metal Lords, I didn't really have any expectations, and I came out thinking this is one of my favorite films of the year for how genuine the relationships did feel, how caring everybody was for each other, and it just felt like really great bonds, really great friendships. And since it was lacking the more of that practice for the Battle of the Bands, we were able to really focus on the relationships and make it feel very personal. And I really like Emily's development. She was angry a lot in the beginning of the film, but once she got to know Kevin, he started to care for her, and then we understood where she's coming from and what exactly is wrong with her too. So I like that focus within here. They made her a very important character in the film as well. So before I give you my score for Metal Lords, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button and get it all in one spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give Metal Lords a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Metal Lords on Netflix. If you guys seen it by chance, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.